It took me to make it to my 30s before I realized that a family that I had known and grown up with my entire life and cared about like this hated my fucking guts. I never did anything wrong to these people. All because they mistreated the youngest sister who I was extremely close to so fucking bad from our childhood all the way into our adulthood. And I had always been somebody that she could lean on. And they fucking hated that shit. They did not want her to have any type of support whatsoever.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
Did y'all realize once y'all got older, it's certain people in your family that don't like you? Like, it's certain individuals that really don't like you, and it be your own blood. Like, it be your mamas, your sisters, y'all great aunts. And then it's like when you get older, you really realize, like, that lady was really mean to me. I got quite a few relatives that don't like me, and guess what? I could give one. It's the same people that don't like me, that hang with one another, that talk about one another behind their back, and when they see me, they smile up in my face, and they be trying to like talk to my children. And my 10-year-old, he's very rude, because he'll tell you quick, get out my face, I don't want to talk to you, I'm not giving you a hug, you don't like my mother, so I don't like you. But do y'all have those relatives in your family? Like, it's so toxic. Like, family's supposed to love each other no matter what, but I definitely have certain individuals that are very envious of me, and I honestly don't understand why, because I'm struggling, y'all. I am struggling, okay? I am a single mother and living in a single parent household with a 9-month-old, raising him practically by myself, depending on how my baby daddy feel. So why would you be envious of little old me? I'm trying to figure out life just like you're trying to figure out life. And it just be crazy, because every time I talk to somebody in my family, they be having like so much to say, and I be looking at them like, bro, I don't come to family functions, I don't even talk to this person. I be so confused on what the hell be going on and why anybody would be jealous of little old me. Like, literally, do y'all not see my life? My life is toxic, crazy, topsy-turvy. It's all over the place. But I really realized that I have quite a few individuals who don't like me. And I honestly don't like them either, and I don't hide it. But it's so strange to me that these old people don't like me. And it's been going on for years. I just think that's crazy. Like, I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one that just, grew up and just realized, like, my auntie really don't like me. Like, that's crazy. I don't know. I know I'm not the only one. Fuck them people, though.
It took me a while, a very long time. I'm 31 now. It took me 30 years to realize my family didn't like me. I'm the second of 7, and it took me 30 years to know that my family didn't like me. They love me, or they love the idea of me, but they don't like me as a person, and they don't like the person that I want to be. And that's like a hard pill to swallow. It took me 30 years to finally say I had enough of the behavior and finally love myself enough to walk away from their idea of me and stand on who I am. So if you're out there and you're like me, and you're vacillating whether to figure out if your family loves you or whatever, they don't. If you have to think about it, if you constantly feel like the outlier in your family, they don't like you, and it's okay. It's okay.
I'm being honest, as an adult, I think one of the most challenging and hurtful things that I struggle with to this day, and I'm still learning, but it's hurtful, is the fact of realizing, like, your parent doesn't really like you, right? Because growing up when you're a child, you have a child's lens. So you're thinking from a perspective, like, why do they treat me the way they do? Why do they talk to me the way they do? Why don't they help me out the way they do? Why don't they give me affection? Why don't they do that? Blah, 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 X, Y, and Z, right? Until an adult, then you start changing the perspective and seeing things from a different lens, right? And then it's like, okay, cool. Now I'm realizing that you just don't like me. And I understand that you may have thought that I was a ticket for you to either get my biological father or for you to have a better life. But, homegirl, I didn't tell you to fucking to have a child. I didn't. I didn't say open your legs. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think that it's difficult for me to have a true relationship with my mother because I always feel like you treated me in such a way that was not loving. You know, your definition of love was the bare minimum. What's wrong, baby? Come here. Come here. Come here, my love. Come. But it was very unloving, you know what I'm saying? Like, so can I really have a relationship with you knowing that I feel like you just always side-eyeing me, you look me up and down? Like, let me tell you, I've already made this video about it before, because I was saying how, like, my ex, my child's father, actually has very much everything that I wrote, because I always write down what people do and don't do in a relationship. Why? So I can end up being like, nah, this is the reason why you're blocked. And I can tell my conscience, like, nah, girl, you don't need that man. You don't need that person, right? So his dad, I did that, and I realized later, and I was like, shit, this is the same fucking shit that my mother does. And so that's why I realized it's a mother wound. Your mom is the first person in life that gives you affection and love. Only damn, like, let me tell you something, right? My son will not be able to allow a girl to yell at him. Let me tell you why. Probably he gets that shit from his dad, but at the same time, though, if I, like, honestly, a real note, right? I get frustrated. I have ADHD, but I'm also still learning to regulate my emotions, and he doesn't understand the concept that mommy just needs some time alone sometimes, right? But it's okay, because I'm still learning here. He's as old as I'm a mother, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, he doesn't like if I yell at him. If I be like, stop, he doesn't like that sternness. I have to say it nicer, and that's something that I've actually appreciate, because growing up, I hated how my mother talked to me. I hated the fact that she always was so rude and couldn't say something nice and always had an attitude. And so when he's cried a couple times that I've said it, right? And I was like, the times that I've done it, was only been a couple times, and I realized, oh, he doesn't like this tone. Now, he does have a Pisces moon and Pisces rising, so there's that. But I also appreciate it, because I'm learning that my child has boundaries, and I'm realizing that it also makes me a better person, because why can't I say my message without having to yell or raise my voice slightly? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, because I love my child. I want my child to be happy, and I want to have relationships where I'm not making him cry. And this is a long ass rant, but I just grew up in a household where I just felt like they didn't like me. Like, I deadass had a whole story. Like, my mom thinks it's a joke to this day, but I thought that, like, they asked me, like, oh, I said I didn't want to be here. And they're like, well, how was going to happen? I don't know. I was just like, I can climb back to my mom's womb. And they're like, well, how's it going to happen? I was like, you just got to believe. And that was really my first feeling of, like, you really got to believe something. Like, I felt like if I can just... But really, in reality, you know what I was saying? And as an adult, it hurts me. Is I was saying I didn't want to be in this world anymore. Because the way that my parents treated me was so, like, they didn't give me love. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't really love me. They loved the idea of me more than they actually loved me. They loved the idea and potential I had without... They just try to use me in the sense of what they wish they could have done without actually feeling their own fucking life. You know what I'm saying? So, I know, this is a lot, but like, as a new parent, all I can say is that I just want my child to feel unconditional love. Not conditional love to where it's like, oh, just because I'm mad at you, I'm not going to give you something now. Just because you said and did something now, like, oh, I can't give you Christmas presents. Like, that shit's bothersome. Like, I don't even want to celebrate holidays, honestly, because I don't believe in that shit like that, truly. But love is love, you know? And family is really the first type of love you have. And when I watch all these family shows, it, like, sucks that we live in a generation today where, like, black parents and even some other brown community parents as well, they don't be realizing that love goes a lot more way than just providing for them physically, in the sense of food, material, and shelter, you know? But I don't know. I'm done.
You ever notice that when you're doing your best in life, making great decisions for yourself, your family always seems to be your biggest haters, your biggest hindrance, always hating on you, always talking about you behind your back, feel like they trying to kill you? I know most of y'all, 95% of y'all, have had families where no support, they only talked about you. It feel like they hated you, right? Well, same. Seems like when I was dancing and out here living wild, nobody had nothing to say to me. But the moment that I got married, stopped dancing, started real estate, started being a teacher, everybody just has this wrong impression about me and want to continue to down on my name. The reason I brought up David was because his own son, Absalom, wanted to kill him. Imagine having a child, you're the king of Israel, and your son wants to kill you. Not only did he bring up troops and thousands of men to kill his own father, but he was on a hunt to kill him himself. He said, if the troops and the men not gonna kill him, I'm gonna get to him. Long story short, King David's men told him, you're not going out there because your son is trying to kill you. We're going to handle it. They saw Absalom riding on a horse, flew off the animal. The men saw Absalom, which was David's son, hanging in the tree, and they immediately took him out. When they brought what had happened back to David, you would think he would be happy, right? Absolutely not. David went absolutely berserk. He cursed everybody out. He ran to his home. He cried out. He was mad at the people who had killed the person trying to kill him. David's right-hand man was like, hold on. If you don't come out here and say something to these people that saved your life, you ain't gonna have nobody else standing for you in this kingdom. You get mad at us? Obviously, you made that clear that you don't mess with us. David had to talk to the Lord, and he realized, wow, I am hating the people that love me and loving the people that hate me. We have relatives that are just the same. It's always that piece of love that we have for them that keeps us coming back. I'm here to tell you that if King David had to suck it up when his own son was killed, you do too. You can no longer keep trying to please family who don't like you no way. You are the light. That is why they can't stand you. You are the light. King David's son wanted to kill him because he was the light. They could not stand him. Get the revelation of it and move past it. You got to close that door. You close that family chapter in your life, okay? As always, I love y'all, and so does Jesus.
Put a finger down if your mother becomes very sick and ends up being in and out of the hospital for about a year. You have a big family, but have the hardest time getting people to come and help you with her, even to visit. Even her siblings, who she'll call and beg and say, hey, when are you coming to see me? It's always an excuse. It's always a problem. They can only come if they're in a big group. And when they come, it's ordering food and hanging out, but not to actually help what's going on. She becomes more and more sick until one day they say, hey, we may have to put you back on life support. She says, cut the show. That's it. Don't want to do it anymore. You respect her decision. So you call the family. Everybody comes. The whole day, people crying and snotting and shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and say, you know what? We promise that we're going to take care of your child, your only child, and make sure she's not left alone. After she passes, no one comes to see you. No one comes to check on you. People call that same day. They call within the week after that. Crickets. You don't hear from anybody. Nobody calls to see if you need help with her things. Nothing. And then you start to hear how people are upset that they weren't included in her will and that they didn't get anything of what they thought she had. So after months and months of hearing small things about what's going on, nobody's ever talking to you, but they're painting you to be the big bad guy, even though you were there and they weren't. You find out through the grapevine that they are having a memorial in her honor. No, nobody told you about it. No, you weren't invited. As her only child, they're having a memorial for her. So instead of crashing out, instead of wreaking havoc, instead of making sure there's no memorial for anybody, you say, let me find something else to do. You and her best friend of 50 years, who, by the way, they've also stopped talking to because of how she supports you, you two decide you're going to go to Mexico for the weekend and let them have their backyard barbecue. And you're going to honor your mother with class, with liquor, and one of her favorite people.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
Hey yo, I just seen this post with this girl saying, if don't none of your family like you, that means that you are the problem. See, for myself, I can vouch that I was never the problem. I only became the problem when I started speaking up for myself. When they thought that I was so naive, so dumb, so stupid, so crazy, so this, so that. When they thought I was gonna let them bully me. When they thought that I was gonna let them run over me. When they thought that I was gonna allow them to just treat me any kind of way like I was a bottom of the barrel ass bitch. And then when I started sticking up for myself, I started reading motherfuckers. I was grown enough to tell motherfuckers about themselves. Is when their feelings got hurt. So that was low-key a trigger for me. Because the same motherfuckers that I stood up to thought it was okay to throw me out to the motherfucking wood and out here struggling. Thought it was okay to sit here and laugh at me struggling. Because that's what the fuck they wanted. Because I'm too strong-minded. I have a voice to speak up for myself when it comes to my family. And I ain't gonna sit there and let a motherfucker bully me and think they gonna bully me into some shit that I'm not even meant to be for. So all that shit for the fucking birds. And I'm just saying something because it did trigger me. Because wait, talking about if your family don't like you, then you the problem. Baby, I hope your kids don't go through the same motherfucking shit. If you just knew my story. They say a hit dog gon' holler, and I'm definitely hollering. Amen.
else has experienced some sort of family member disliking them or acting like they didn't exist? Well, I did. So my dad had 3 girls. I was the oldest, but I had a different mom than my 2 stepsisters. And for some reason, my dad's sister just did not like me. She tried to act like I was never born and I did not exist. And to my face, she was really nice, sweet, tried to hug me and, be really nice. But behind my back, it was a totally different story. She didn't like me. And I don't know why. I, to this day, have always wondered why she didn't like me. And it really bothers me. If it didn't, I wouldn't be sitting here talking about it. I don't know if it's because she was good friends with my stepsister's mom or what. And even up until the day that my dad died, so my dad took his life, and she called me and said that my dad had taken his life. And I said, well, look, I can come over there and help out with things, with the arrangements and things like that. And she was like, no, honey, I know you're going through enough already. We got this. It's like, okay, well, we were at the funeral, and I overheard 2 people talking, saying how my 2 stepsisters had did a great job picking everything out and planning everything. When I heard this, y'all, like, I was already broken and hurting. This was like a knife through my heart, because here I was going through, like, the loss of my dad and him taking his life. And then this, because my aunt, once again, was trying to exclude me because she wanted to act like I did not exist. After the funeral was over, she tried to come up to me and talk to me, and I went off on her because I was hurting. And later on, I even found out if it wasn't for my cousin and her husband, my name would not have even been in the obituary, because of my aunt, once again, trying to exclude me and act like I didn't exist. As an adult, I still think about this sometimes, and I've thought about contacting her and asking her, why she disliked me so much and act like I didn't exist. But I know I'm not going to get the truth. In the comments, have you ever experienced a relative treating you like you didn't exist, or a relative that disliked you? Let me know in the comments. And if you did, I'm really sorry. I know how hurtful it can be, because it still bothers me to this day.
So the people that don't like you, they teamed up with your own family members. Everything might seem fine to you, but the way your enemies feel about you, that's exactly how your own family feel about you. Yeah, they love you, but they are very intimidated by you and jealous of you, because you are a strong person. And it's like you can handle any battle that come your way. Rather you get help or rather you by yourself. It's like they realize people are gonna love you and fuck with you no matter what. They know that you will always be seen by other people and you never have to do too much. For them, they have to do so much just to get appreciated by people.
If someone doesn't like you, best believe that they don't like your fucking kids. They don't. They'll talk so much shit about you, right, to other people, but if they really want to know what's going on, best believe that they'll ask their fucking kid. They don't care if it's going to offend your kid, if it's going to hurt their feelings. They don't give a fuck, because they don't like you. So stop taking your kids around people that don't fuck with you, that you know for a fact talk shit about you, because they're going to do the same thing to your fucking kids. Because why? Your kids are a representation of you. For instance, I was a young mom when I had my first daughter, and I was naive and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I thought that a lot of people that were in my circle liked me and liked my kid. But now that she's older, she has told me things that they have asked her. So, what, you were just around my kid just so you can keep up with my fucking life? Like, what the fuck? It took me that long to realize that if they don't like me, if they don't fuck with me, then obviously they don't fuck with my kids, even if they're family, because those are the worst ones. This is gonna ruffle a feather or two, but you know what? I don't give a fuck.
So I don't think like this is just in foreign families. I think this is like kind of for every family. Do you guys like ever have that one family member that just hates you for no reason? Like sometimes like it's not even a real like biological family member. It's just kind of like a family friend type of uncle. So just something like that, right? My bad, I just like I stutter so much. You can make a remix out of that. Like it could dead ass be a whole fucking family uncle, and like they're over here ask you like, what college are you going to? Are you a loser? Like, what are you even up to nowadays? Like, they'll just try to interrogate you and just fucking, like, question what you say. Like, I remember I said I was gonna go to this college, and this was to, like, a family friend uncle. I don't even know his name. And, like, he started saying, "Oh, really? You want to go there?" Like, he was disgusting on what college and what came out of my mouth, bro. Like, it looked like he was literally about to throw up. Like, these are like the one haters that just hate you for no reason. And like, I see these people like once in a blue moon, and they just start trying to interrogate me and just shit on me. Like, I respect my elders and everything, but if you're like the type of person that I don't even know and probably won't have any contact with after like my parents, like, you know, don't invite you over, why are you interrogating me? Why are you destroying me? Why are you just hating on me for no reason? Like, I never understood that.
I have experienced this in the past before. And it's just like, they expect everything to go well all the time. And it's like, dude, life happens. Life happens, you know? And at times you do well, and at other times you don't do well. And they almost always ask at the wrong times. One year I could be doing like amazing in life, fantastic. And another year I could just be down on my luck. These people have to realize that life is about ups and downs. You should not be so judgmental about where people are in life, because things can change very quickly. Things can get good very quickly, and things can go to the gutter very quickly. It just depends on that season, honestly. That's pretty much it.
I always used to be that girl that was like, oh, I want them to like me. I want them to like me. And that is so dead now. Like, that is so, so dead. Like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm so bad at doing my hair. Like, what am I doing? But anyway, like, I've come to the conclusion in life, after learning that my boyfriend's family does not fuck with me, bro. And I always used to think, why? Like, what have I done? What have I done? Why do they not like me? Boo, 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 hoo. Like, always reading into things and stuff like that. But it's like, I just came to the conclusion after, like, months, I would say, that it's like, all I ever do is, like, live my truth. And I'm just going to continue to do that. Like, from what I'm aware of, because it's not, nothing's like been made like direct to me. Everything's kind of been like behind my back or like indirectly. So like nothing's like, no like face-to-face issues have ever actually happened I'm aware of, and the only thing I'm speaking of, because I can't even be asked, is like the way I've reacted in situations. If you think I'm gonna sit there and be like, hi, how are you, to a fucking nigger that hurts me, then you're mad. So we're back together now. Like, if you watch like my first YouTube video, you would see that, you know, I explained that we broke up for a while, not too long, but a while, but obviously we're back together now. And I'm happy that we're back together now, but it's like, I'm not going to sit there and feel bad because of how I was during the time we broke up. And even when we were in a relationship, like, who was going to react normal to like anything? I don't know if I can use the word disrespect, but let's just use that word and you lot can know what I'm talking about. But no one's going to react normally to those situations. So it's like every time I've ever reacted, that is what I got judged on. Whether I kicked him out, whether I told him to get out, whether I spoke to him in a certain way or cussed him out. That's what I'm judged on. One of the things anyway. So I've just come to the conclusion where I just don't care anymore. Like, not everyone's going to like you. And me personally, when my son gets to a certain age and he has a woman and he has hurt her in any way, I'm not going to be quick to judge her on her reaction, bro, especially if he's wrong. And I just feel like that's what happens to me all the time. I'm always judged on how I react, but it's just one of them things where it just is what it is. Like, I did care before. Like, when I clocked it, I was crying, but I just realized, like, it just is what it is. If you're in a situation where you're thinking, like, bro, like, these people do not like me, because don't get me wrong, sometimes it's even for no reason, innit? Don't even care at this point, bro. Because what can you really do? Not everyone's going to like you. Like, there's some people that are always not going to hold, like, their part of the family accountable for anything. And it just is what it is, man. Like, honestly.
Listen, I grew up in a family full of haters, followers, enablers, narcissists, so I can speak on this. You feel what I'm saying? I wrote it in my phone when I was at work. But your family do not dislike you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sitting here, you know, meditating on the word of God. I'm sitting here really trying to take in a lot of different things. You know, along my journey, I've been doing a lot of personal development, and I like to listen to different perspectives and really try to understand the path that God put me on as a generational curse breaker, as a black sheep, as a truth teller, as a scapegoat, as a chosen one. You feel what I'm saying? But your family don't hate you. Like I said, they might gossip about you, talk about you, you know what I'm saying, manipulate you, triangulate. You might got some narcissists in your family. You might got some sociopaths, some psychopaths, who knows? You feel what I'm saying? Some other individuals that's using their demonic forces to hide behind whatever diagnosis they got. They can have histrionic personality disorder. They could have mood disorders. They can have BPD, NPD, whatever the case may be. You feel what I'm saying? They could have anxiety, and then they just using that as excuse to tear you down. You feel what I'm saying? But your family don't hate you. They hate what's inside of you. It's not about you. You can't take it personal. They hate your high vibration. They hate your positivity. They hate the fact that you're trying to keep the peace, the fact that you're trying to kumbaya, the fact that you're trying to become better, the fact that you're trying to tell them that they need to go to therapy, the fact that you're trying to better their lives as well as better. You see everybody in the family, you're like, dang, we all depressed. Maybe if we just do this, you know, things can get better. That's how I was in my family system, you feel what I'm saying? I used to be so depressed, man. I used to go to like the doctor or whatever the case may be, and you know what I'm saying, the doctor ain't really have the answers that I needed, and I'm at work and I'm mad depressed, and I'm mad depressed at home and stuff like that. And the crazy part is, the individual I was going to within my family is an abuser and a narcissist. So I'm going to them thinking like, trying to get the answers. Little did I know they was the cause of most of my problems. And then they would take the things that I would say and spin them and throw it to cousins and throw it to brothers and sisters and stuff like that. And that'll do damage to a person. And if you can relate, then you get what I'm saying. And then I took it personal when I truly understood what I was dealing with the triangulation and narcissism, the toxicity, and the scapegoating that happened to me personally within my family. I'm like, dang, like, they don't even like me. They don't even rock with me. You feel what I'm saying? And then if you go to the wrong therapist, they'll try to gaslight you to the point where they can say that it's not that deep. They can say that it's cultural. They can say they'll try to gaslight you because they probably, you know, 70 to 80% of people come from families of dysfunction. So it's a possibility that you'll come across a lot of therapists who haven't done any healing from their own childhood trauma as well. That's very common in America. You feel what I'm saying? And if you don't know that, you could just keep getting gaslit and never grow and become a better individual for the rest of your life, for real, for real. But God gave me the discernment and the knowledge and the ability to gain knowledge in order to understand a lot of these things. I don't know everything, but He gave me the ability to keep working on myself, to keep understanding. So now I understand that your family does not hate you. They hate what's inside of you. They hate the God within inside of you. They hate the high vibration within inside of you. They hate you have the ability to realize that they were gossiping about you, talking about you, triangulating. And you still, now you understand it so much that you like, I wish y'all the best. I feel bad for y'all. You know, much love for y'all. Y'all stuck in that mental reality that's causing y'all depression that I felt, that I tried to go to y'all about. But, you know, when you come from dysfunction and you come from people that's not willing to grow, they typically will say something like, that's just how we are. You know what I'm saying? But that's not true. If you connect to God, not solely God, because we're still human beings, but God is to help the spiritual side of you, you know what I'm saying? The higher vibration side of you to excel mentally and spiritually with the Holy Spirit in you, but we're still human beings, so you still got to take care of yourself on this realm, you feel what I'm saying? Like, for example, God can't give me this muscle if I don't go put the work in. So as a human being, you still got to go to therapy. You still got to, you know, therapy not going to help everybody, so you still can do personal development, maybe connect with a life coach, maybe find a specialist that works on the specific things that you've dealt with. But I just want to tell you, if you're a generational curse breaker, a truth teller, or you just got a toxic family member, whatever the case may be, and they causing triangulation and they trying to tear you down and you just don't understand what's going on, I want to tell you that your family don't hate you. Your family don't dislike you. They dislike God. They dislike what's inside of you internally. They dislike your high vibration because it makes them feel uncomfortable when you're around. So then they want to tear you down. Then they want to gossip about you. Then they want to lie about you. The thing that's on the inside of you is not personal. It's between God and the enemy. You just so happen to be a vessel. You feel what I'm saying? So if anything, this should put you in position to connect with God even more in order to build yourself up to fight the enemy, because that's what it's about. The enemy is inside of your family. The enemy is inside your friends. The enemy is inside your coworkers. The enemy is inside your boss. And you were born with God within inside of you. He created you this way before you were even thought of. This spiritual warfare has been going on for years and years and years, way before you were thought of. So he's like, oh, need one. You know what I'm saying? We short-handed. Need one. Let's put this seed in this woman's body. You feel what I'm saying? I need one. I need a chosen one. Bang. So you sitting here thinking like, oh, this me. Why they doing me this? Da, 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 da. God just so happened to put, you know what I'm saying? He just so happened to be like, I need one. I need one. So now you're fighting a battle. But you need him in order to win, because the enemy is all around. I ain't trying to make you paranoid, but the enemy is all around. You've seen it in your family. You've seen it at work. You've seen it out in public. You see these people trying to align with you. You see they try to smile at you. You see they try to be buddy with you. You see they try to love bomb you. The spiritual warfare has many, many, many layers to it. So don't get it twisted. Once you wake up and you see what it is, you see what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So realize that your family don't dislike you. They dislike what's inside of you. They dislike God. So continue to push forward. It's your boy Josh Different. I'm different. You different. We different. I'm out.
Your family loves you, but they don't like you because they feel like they know you. Your family loves you, but they don't like you because they feel like they know you. They feel like they know you so much that you're predictable, so you're boring to them. Your growth is non-existent to them. They think all your growth is just a facade to hide the person that they feel like you truly are. The reason why you don't like yourself just a little bit more after talking to your family is because your family doesn't like you. And their perception of love is concern and pity. While in hindsight, they judge and dislike you. I don't know who I'm talking to, but stop talking to your family. And if you really can't stop talking to your family, then balance it out with talking to people that actually like you. Because your family doesn't like you. They will never like you. It is what it is.
This is straight up how it is in my family with one cousin. And it's super stupid, and it's because I have a really good relationship with my mom, and she didn't have a good relationship with her own mother. And so she takes it out on me, and there's like a 20-year difference between us. Like, at least get to know me first before you put that kind of judgment on me. I think people are really weird when they like despise children for being children. I think that's super weird. That's unbelievably weird. Kids are gonna be kids, and kids can be annoying. You're not really going to know somebody until they grow up and show you their true colors. You can't hold what a child does against them. That's just super weird. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's super weird.
I truly don't understand how y'all be so pressed to still be cool with a man family after y'all break up. Like, it's not that deep. Like, I really feel like those are tactics to really try to stay connected to that man in any way, shape, or form. You get what I'm saying? Because as soon as that man get another woman, you're still going to be mad. And you find out, and then you're going to get mad at the sisters, the mamas, the aunties for not telling you. You ain't that man's woman no more. And be calling them fake and all this other stuff. Oh, y'all still got me around knowing that he got a girl or this, that, and the other. That's that man's family, not yours. And then on top of that, like, I understand if you got kids with somebody, then it's like, okay, y'all family, like, you got to be family with this person. But to be trying to be like connected to somebody, especially if y'all don't have kids, is a literal mental illness. And you really need to go to the Social Security office and get you a check, because it makes no sense as to why you're still trying to be a part of something and you and that person is no longer together. Like, think about it. If your brother, your sister, or somebody, right, breaks up with that significant other, what would be the reason for you to still keep in contact with them? Regardless to if they cool, regardless to if, you know, y'all used to kick it, y'all used to hang. Like, I never understood that. Like, all that friend shit go out the window. If my sister or my brother leave their significant other, I'm leaving them too. Plain and simple. It's no reason for us to be cool and kicking it and hanging. Like, for what? For what? It's plenty of other people. It's plenty of other people out here that you can be cool with and go hang with and kick it with. Why do you want to go kick it with your ex's family? And please don't get me started on the ones that be using the animals, talking about, yeah, I'm this dog's mom. Please go to the Social Security office immediately, please, and get an evaluation, because it makes no sense. And I know that there is a person that's going to argue and say, oh, well, that just mean that you wasn't that likable, or they didn't like you like that. Girl, do you not, listen, do y'all not know that these men's family play roles too? Because if my brother bought a woman home, right, of course I'm going to be nice. Of course I'm going to be welcoming, this, is, that, and the other. And then the moment that they're not together no more, I still might be nice. I still might be like, oh, hey, girl, whatever. But realistically, what we finna be cool for? What are we going to be cool for? So you can come around and hang with the family, and then the moment he brings a girl around, you can say I'm being fake because I didn't let you know? Because that's what's gonna happen. Make it make sense.
Just because someone is your family member by blood does not always mean that that person loves you
or even wants you to succeed in life. I just saw a video about this girl who was saying that her auntie went on her social media, took screenshots of some of her provocative pictures, and she sent those pictures to her mother, and she also sent those pictures to the head pastor of their church. Mind you, this auntie is not on speaking terms with most of her family members. She's not even on speaking terms with her own children, which should tell you already that that woman is a problem. As an auntie, instead of trying to advise your niece or correct your niece by saying that, you know what, this picture is a bit inappropriate, don't post it on social media, she took those pictures, sent it to the pastor. Why? Because she was trying to embarrass her in front of the congregation? Some family members secretly do not like you. In fact, they hate you. They're not happy when you succeed. They're not happy when you do well for yourself. And it could be for many different reasons. Maybe they're upset that you're doing better than their own kids. Or maybe they hate your mother. And in turn, that hate transfers down to the children and you're automatically affected. We need to stop being afraid from distancing ourselves from family members who clearly do not want the best for us. Those people who are never happy when you have good news. Those people who always try and discourage you from making good decisions. I know it can be difficult because family is family, right? And everyone wants to have a good relationship with their family members. But some of those family members don't want to have a good relationship with you. So it is okay to create that distance. It's okay to limit communication. It's okay to set up boundaries. Sometimes you have to protect yourself even from your own family members.
There are a lot of people in this world who are just messy. They love drama, they love control, they love attention. And by stirring the pot, what they do is create drama and chaos. Like, she has nothing else to do, nothing better to do than to send that to other people. Like, mind your business. See it and correct her. That's all you have to do. But honestly though, she is extremely toxic. Hating family members, man.
If you're a black woman and you have family who you know for a fact doesn't necessarily love you, doesn't like you, treats you like an inconvenience, the only thing that you can do is get money. Make enough money so that you can take care of yourself and do not have to ask people who treat you like an inconvenience for help. Your only priority should be making enough money so that you feel the love you never did. Make enough money so that you feel support. And find some friends who love you and who believe in you and who speak life into you. Stop searching for their love and make money so that you can take care of yourself. Stop seeking people's love and seek independence and seek out the people who actually want to love you back.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.